but someone knows something, yet everyone plays ball. I say we round them all up. Let's brain fingerprint them all.
Hello everybody, this is Eric Jose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey cases, but also as time passes I've been covering other cases such as the Staircase or OJ and many wrongful convictions of youth. I go over the documents, the photos, the videos, anything case related. So stay tuned because I have many more videos just like the one you're about to see. Hello there everybody. So interesting here today. We got this basically letter filed by Zellner today with the appeals court, and it's basically talking about the 300 pages that came out on Friday and everything. And then what she gets to is that it further shows that the bone fragments and everything that she was asking for, it shows that they were given back to the family of the Hallbachs via the Weeding Funeral Home. You know, in documents 9/20/2011, release of the bones from Deputy Jeremy Hawkins to Sergeant Investigator Mark Wiegert, who subsequently released them to the funeral home. And then it goes in, prior post-conviction counsel was never notified of the disclosure of the suspected human bones of the Hallbach family, being given back to the Hallbach family. A review of Ms. Hagopian's file indicates that the evidence property custody documents that she received pertaining to 7411, you know, basically the bone fragments that Zellner wanted to test, did not document the 9/20/2011 release to the release and return to the Hallbach family. Okay, so you get what that's implicating. What that's saying is not only did they not hand over to Stephen's appellate counsel at the time the final pages of CASO that talked about what bones they had given back to the Hallbachs. Not only did they not hand over that, the copy of the 300 pages that we all just got on Friday, it omitted the entry of 9/20/2011. Stephen's appellate attorney didn't get that. This is two different, sets of documents where they are trying to hide what they did. And what Zellner is basically saying is that, so what I'm going to show you right now is, we'll go down here to the document. So she's pointing out that these are the documents that that they got all this. They got all this about all this stuff here. But Stephen's appellate attorney, this entry was not there, is basically what she's saying. This entry right here was not included in her files, in the previous appellate attorney's files, which means that the state in 2011 was willfully, in two different ways, trying to hide this information from Stephen. And Norm Gahn was there, and it's not just a little ironic to me that it's going to be the statute that Norm Gahn wrote that's going to end up coming back and biting all these people in the butt. Because, why are they hiding it? Why would you want to hide it? Why would you want to take a chance of giving Stephen away to trigger a new trial? Why would you want to do that? What would motivate you to want to do that? Unless there was something else maybe you were trying to hide already. I don't know. It's just a thought, folks. But this is now a second place where the state was hiding from Stephen's appellate lawyers at the time, where they were trying to hide the fact that they were giving bones back to the Hallbachs. Biological material that is protected by statute. And they were desperately trying to hide what they were doing in 2011. That's what's happening here. There's really not a whole lot of wiggle room here for the state, because this is now the second, document that would have possibly informed Stephen's appellate attorneys at the time that biological evidence had been gotten rid of without asking them. They didn't want Stephen's lawyers to know that, because why? Because Stephen's lawyers then might have done exactly what Kathleen Zellner's doing right now. Anybody out there still think Kathleen Zellner is wasting time and dragging this appeal out? Anybody out there still thinking that? That ain't what's happening. Okay? She is trying to get at it, and the state is trying to block it. That's really, when it comes down to it in the end, that's what's really happening. So, anyways, to get back to the point, this entry, by what Kathleen Zellner is saying in her letter here to the justices, is that this entry was not on Miss Hagopian's paperwork. This entry right here was not on it. This entry is in the new documents that came out on Friday, but it's not in the documents that were given to Stephen's appellate attorney at the time. So that's what she's basically saying with this little document, as far as I can tell. And I gotta say, it's quite interesting to find out that the state was now in a second place trying to hide what they had done. So that's what's interesting about this to me, folks. Obviously, I got some other things coming here today, I think, so I'll get to it. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see ya.